The Haunting of Ashton Manor. In the quiet town of Crestwood, hidden among the dense trees and overgrown paths, stood the long-abandoned Ashton Manor. Once a grand estate, it had fallen into disrepair, becoming a shadow of its former glory. Whispers of its haunted halls and ghostly inhabitants kept most people away, but not Elise Harper, a young detective with a talent for solving supernatural mysteries. Elise Harper stood at the entrance of Ashton Manor shrouded in a thick fog, the moonlight barely piercing through. Elise adjusted her flashlight and took a deep breath, her heart pounding with anticipation. As she stepped inside, the wooden floorboards creaked under her weight. The air was cold, filled with the musty smell of decay. Shadows danced on the walls as her flashlight beam moved, revealing cobweb-covered walls and eerie statues. She whispered to herself, "Here we go. Another haunted house, another restless spirit." Venturing deeper into the manor, Elise felt a chill run down her spine. The temperature dropped suddenly, and a faint whisper echoed through the hallways. She followed the sound, her flashlight illuminating portraits of stern-looking ancestors, broken furniture, and tattered drapes. The atmosphere was oppressive, as if the manor itself was watching her every move. Suddenly, her flashlight beam caught something unusual. At the end of the hallway, ghostly heads seemed to float in the air, their eyes hollow and expressions frozen in silent screams. "What in the world?" Elise muttered to herself, stepping closer. The heads were eerily lifelike, mounted on invisible pedestals, part of some macabre display. A soft sobbing broke the silence. Turning her flashlight towards the sound, Elise saw a young woman dressed in old-fashioned clothes, her face hidden by her hands. Her heart ached with empathy. "Who are you? Why are you here?" Elise asked softly. The woman looked up, her face pale and eyes filled with sorrow. "My name is Margaret. I'm trapped here, along with the others. We were lured by the promise of sanctuary and never left." Elise's curiosity was piqued. "Who lured you here? Why can't you leave?" Margaret's gaze shifted to the darkness beyond. "The Weaver. She spins webs of illusion and entraps those who wander into her domain. We cannot escape her grasp." Determined to uncover the truth, Elise pressed on. "Where can I find this Weaver? How can I stop her?" Margaret pointed towards a staircase leading to the attic. "She dwells above, in the heart of her web. But be warned, she's powerful and cunning." With a nod, Elise headed towards the attic. The stairs creaked ominously as she ascended, the air growing colder with each step. At the top, a heavy wooden door barred her way. She pushed it open, revealing a dimly lit room filled with more ghostly heads and eerie artifacts. In the center of the room stood a tall, slender figure, cloaked in shadow and threads of silken web. Her eyes glowed with an unsettling light as she turned to face Elise. "Ah, a living soul. How delightful," she sneered. Elise stood her ground, gripping her flashlight tightly. "I'm here to end your reign of terror. Release these souls." The Weaver laughed, a chilling sound that echoed through the attic. "You think you can stop me? I have woven webs for centuries. You are but a mere mortal." Determined, Elise raised her flashlight, its beam piercing through the darkness. "I'm not afraid of you," she declared, stepping forward. The Weaver lunged at her, but Elise was quick. She dodged the attack and swung her flashlight, the light striking the Weaver with a blinding force. The Weaver recoiled, her form flickering like a fading shadow. Seizing the moment, Elise reached into her bag and pulled out a small, ancient-looking book. She began to recite a banishing spell she had learned from her mentor. The words echoed through the attic, filling the air with a powerful energy. The weaver screamed in rage and pain as the spell took hold. Her form twisted and contorted, the web of illusions beginning to unravel. One by one, the trapped souls started to break free, their faces filled with gratitude. Margaret appeared beside Elise, her expression one of relief. "Thank you," she whispered. "You've set us free." As the last of the souls ascended, the weaver let out one final, anguished cry before vanishing into nothingness. The attic fell silent, the oppressive darkness lifting. Elise took a deep breath, feeling a sense of accomplishment. She turned to Margaret. "It's over. You're free now." Margaret smiled, her form becoming translucent. "We can finally rest." "Thank you, Elise. Your bravery has saved us all." With a nod, Elise watched as Margaret and the other spirits faded away, their souls finally at peace. She made her way back down the stairs, the manor feeling less foreboding than before. As she stepped outside, the first rays of dawn broke through the fog, signaling a new beginning. Elise Harper, the young detective with a gift for solving supernatural mysteries, had once again brought peace to the restless spirits. She knew there would be more mysteries to uncover, but for now, she was content knowing she had made a difference.